Yes, sir. It's your boy JT, and I'm back again with another video today. Before we get into this video, make sure you guys hit the like button, make sure you guys subscribe, make sure you guys continue to show love. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the notifications so you can be notified when my videos do go live, because you know YouTube be on they bullshit. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let's get to the intro. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back again with another game day picks week 17. You already know what time it is. Let's get it. So we got, like I said, game day picks week 17. We do have a game today. Today is Saturday, December the 30th. So we do have a game today. Of course, my Cowboys and Lions play at 8:15. So if you guys see this video up in time before that game starts, these are gonna be my picks starting for tonight's game and for tomorrow. So as far as last week, it was rough. It was rough. Not gonna lie, it was rough. We went 7-8. It was pretty rough. Not gonna lie. It was a lot of bad picks last week. I don't know what happened, but there's a lot of crucial games this week. Depending on seeding, who's gonna be in and out the playoffs. A lot is riding on a lot of these games this week, so we're really gonna make some good picks. But this is gonna be the games that are gonna be happening for week 17. Let's not waste no more time. Let's get straight into it. So first things first, we got the Bengals at the Chiefs. Now the Chiefs, they've been losing games, yo. I think they're on a 2-game losing streak. If I'm not mistaken. Either on I think they're on a 2-game losing streak. Are they? No. So they just been losing games. They lost against the Raiders 20-14. The Bengals, they did lose 2 last week. They lost to the Steelers 34-11. They're going to be in Kansas City. The Cincinnati has a good defense. The Chiefs have been, when it comes to offensively, has been kind of dysfunctional. No receivers. Offense, play calling, been kind of suspect. The Bengals, on the other hand, has a good defense. Their offense, we know the potential. The quarterback is more of the question than anything, to be honest with you. They're going to be in Kansas City. And I think Kansas City is at the point where they're trying to, win more games to get a better seed. So I'm going to choose the Chiefs with this one. I would not be surprised if the Bengals mess around and beat them, but considering that the Chiefs are going to be at home, I just don't see the Bengals going in there and beating them. But it could be a different day. Next, we got the Patriots and the Bills. So the Patriots and Zappy, I think that's the name of the quarterback. They beat the Broncos 26-23. We all know what's happening with the Russell Wilson situation. And then of course the Bills, they are coming off of a win versus the Chargers 24-22. Just to be honest with you, the Bills have more to lose, to be honest with you. New England, I don't really expect much from them. They've been on this little winning streak or whatever, but the Bills have more to lose. And they're going to be in Buffalo as well. I'm definitely picking the Bills with that one. Unless Josh Allen just decides to throw the game away, which, that could happen. But I'm picking the Bills. Next, we got the Steelers and the Seattle Seahawks. So Steelers, they beat the Bengals 34-11. I was surprised because I actually picked the Bengals to beat them last week. But they are going to be at Seattle. Seattle, who did they play? They played Tennessee and they beat them 20-17. This game is kind of a toss-up as well too. I just don't know. I don't know what to expect because it's a lot of teams that's been inconsistent throughout this whole season. It's very hard to pick. As far as matchup wise, Steelers have a good defense. Seattle has a pretty decent defense as well too. Offensive wise, I don't know who's gonna show up, to be honest with you. Rudolph for the Steelers, he's been playing well. He's had the hot hand so far. Geno is back, and he came back and he played and he beat the Titans. They're gonna be at home. It's gonna be at home game. I'm gonna choose the Steelers with this one because I just feel like the Steelers have way more talent. But then again, they are in Seattle, so I wouldn't be surprised if they lose. But I'm picking the Steelers because I feel like they have more talent. Next, we got my Cowboys and the Lions. So Lions are going to be going to the Cowboys. Cowboys on a 2-game losing streak. I don't know what's been going on, honestly. It's like we can't win against good teams on the road, but we have a undefeated at home record. The Lions, they did clinch last week. after their win. So this week the Lions are in a race to get to see if they can get the number 1 seed for the NFC, and then the Cowboys are trying to win the division. So they need Philly to lose and they need to win out. So of course, like I said, Cowboys are at home. Like I said, we're not a good road team. Just gonna be honest with you. I don't have no confidence in us on the road, but at home, we're a very dominant team. I don't expect us to lose to the Lions, even though the Lions are a good team. But I will say this: if we can't stop the run, if we can't stop the Lions' run, trust and believe, we're gonna lose this game. But we're at home, we're undefeated. We scored the most points at home. We're very comfortable at home. I think this is gonna be a W. And our back's against the wall right now. We've lost 2 games in a row. I don't think we're gonna lose this game. Next, Houston and the Tennessee Titans. So these 2 teams, I don't think there's no type of playoff contention for neither one of these teams. Well, for Houston, I think they may have a wild card spot. I think they're kind of competing for a wild card spot. So it's gonna be in Houston. I don't know if CJ Stroud is gonna be back or not, because the Titans, the Titans lost to Seattle, and then the Texans lost to the Browns. I don't know if CJ Stroud is going to be back this week or not, because I know he's still in concussion protocol, so I don't know if he's going to be back this week or not. But all in all, Houston's going to be at home. Will Levis looks really good in my opinion. I'm going to be honest with you. But Ryan Tannehill did play last game for Tennessee, so I don't know if Will Levis is going to even play. But I feel like Will Levis has that QB position on lock, honestly. And I think he's a better QB for Tennessee than Ryan Tannehill. But I'm going to go ahead and, because I don't believe in the Texans without CJ Stroud, so I'm going to go ahead and give it to Tennessee. Surprisingly, I'm going to go ahead and give it to them to win, even though they're going to be in Houston. Next, we got the Panthers versus the Jaguars. Now, the Jaguars has been some ass for the past couple weeks. I don't understand what is the issue with this talented ass team that continues to lose games, in the fourth quarter. I just don't understand it. Trevor Lawrence has not played well this year at all. He has not played well at all. But guess what? You have a Panthers team that I think they have won a couple games in the past couple weeks. Who did they play last week? The Panthers played the Packers. They got beat 33-30 by the Packers, but they were very competitive. So the Jaguars should win this game, and I am going to pick them, but I'm going to need the Jaguars to tighten up, because don't let Bryce Young sneak up on them and get a W at home. But next, we got the Giants and the Rams. Giants-wise, I don't have no type of anything for them. I don't think they're going to win. Rams, they look pretty good. I like their combo, their wide receiver combo. And they've been playing ball, man. They've been playing ball. Considering that they weren't a 500 team in the beginning of the season, they have looked like a true, you probably don't want to see them in the playoffs. So I'm going to go ahead and get with the Rams with that one. Giants, they don't have nothing to offer, really, to be honest with you. They're just desperate. But I'm going to need the Giants to show up against Philly of the last game of the season, though. I'm going to need that to happen. But anyway, next we got the Raiders versus the Colts. Raiders versus the Colts. So I picked Colts last week because I thought they was going to win, but they lost. They lost to the... Who did they lose to? They lost to the Falcons 29-10. I was not expecting that big of a loss. Raiders-wise, they beat the Chiefs 20-14, so they're coming off a big win, if you want to say quote-unquote. I just don't know. Both teams are up in the air. I just don't know. It's telling me to choose the Colts, but then it's like, okay, who gonna show up offensive wise? If I had to choose offenses, I would go with I like what the Raiders weapons they have, but quarterback wise, I can't trust them. But I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Colts with that one. I like Minshew a little better, not gonna lie, than O'Connell or whatever his name is. Defensive wise, I like the Colts too, and they're gonna be at home. I don't think the Raiders are gonna beat them at home. Next, we got the Saints and the Buccaneers. So this is a game because they're gonna be playing for the division here. So Saints and Buccaneers, this is gonna be a very tough game. Now, if this game was in New Orleans, I probably would pick the Saints. Not gonna lie, Buccaneers have been on the road. Baker Mayfield has been cooking a little bit. He's been cooking a little bit. They did. Who the Buccaneers play? They played the Jaguars and beat them 30-12. And then the Saints played. Who did the Saints play? They played the Rams. They got beat 30-22. The Buccaneers are going to be at home. If they was in New Orleans, I would pick New Orleans, but they're in Tampa, so I'm going with the Buccaneers with this one. So we're going to do Buccaneers there. Oh, bring it back. All right, next we got the Dolphins and the Ravens. So, just like the Cowboys, Dolphins are not a good away team. Baltimore is coming off a huge win against the 49ers. Are they going to be able to contain Tyreek Hill? That defense, the Baltimore defense is the truth. So I think they can contain them. And they're going to be at home too. I think it's going to be a good ass game. But like I said, Dolphins are just not a road team. They're not a very good road team. Just like my Cowboys, not a good road team. I'm choosing Baltimore. They're going to continue their winning streak there and beat them boys down. Next, we got the Falcons versus the Bears. Now, Falcons, they blew the hell out of They blew the hell out of Colts 29-10. And then you got the Bears. They beat the Cardinals 27-16. It's like they found life on the second half of the season, which is so crazy to me. I'm just like, what? Like, what happened to this in the beginning of the season? In the beginning of the season, it was like, oh, the quarterback is robotic. He don't know what he's doing out there. And next thing you know, he just flipped the switch. Like, I don't know what's going on. The Falcons, like I said, they're playing for playoff hopes too. So I think it means a lot more to them than the Bears, personally. So I'm gonna go ahead and choose the Falcons. I don't really trust the Bears, but they could sneak up on the Falcons if they fuck around and not take the game seriously. But I feel like the game matters more for the Falcons because it's playoffs, type energy in regards to seeding and stuff. But next we got the Broncos and the Chargers. Broncos wise, they're talking about benching Russell Wilson, so I don't think he's playing. Chargers, their quarterback is hurt. Nothing really going on there, to be honest with you. The Chargers, who did they play? Because I know they lost. The Chargers played, or were they on a bye week? No, the Chargers played the Bills and they lost 24-22. And then the Broncos, they lost last week too. And they played. Who did they play? Who did the Broncos? Oh, they played the Patriots and they lost to Bailey Zappi. That was funny on a field goal. But apparently Russell Wilson is not gonna be playing. So this is a toss up. Because who is the backup quarterback for? Okay, no, Simeon is the backup quarterback for the Broncos. Like, oh my God. Like, it's a lot going on with the Denver Broncos. And if they start losing games, yeah. Some GMs, some head coaches, somebody getting fired. But if I had to choose, I don't think the Chargers have a lot to offer. I'm gonna go ahead and choose Denver, even though they have a lot going on and a lot of distractions. So I wouldn't be surprised if they lose, but they just have a lot more talent than the Chargers, and they just have a lot of more cohesiveness, even though there's a lot of drama going on. But next we got the Packers and the Vikings. Now the Packers, they lost last week, I'm pretty sure. They won against the Panthers 33-30. The Vikings, on the other hand, who did they play? They played the Lions and they lost 30-24 to the Lions. So it's going to be a very competitive game. Trust and believe, it's going to be a very competitive game. I don't know if this had playoff implications because the Vikings are 7-8 right now. They're still in the hunt. I don't think they're officially eliminated yet. But the Packers, on the other hand, they're 7-8 too. So it's going to definitely have some playoffs energy involved. Both teams are trying to. But of course, like I said, the Packers are going on the road to the Vikings. I don't think the Packers are going to beat the Vikings on the road, especially at home. If they was in Green Bay at this time, then I would probably give them the benefit of the doubt, honestly. But I don't see them beating Minnesota in Minnesota. Next, we got Philly and Cardinals versus the Arizona Cardinals. Now, of course, as a Cowboys fan, I want Arizona to beat them. Because then, of course, they will lose one, and then, but they're going to be in Philly. I think this is going to be a somewhat competitive game, to be honest with you. I don't think this is going to be a blowout or anything. Philly is going to be at home. I want them to lose, but of course, for picks, I'm going to choose the Philly because they are the better team. But Arizona, please beat them because we need that. Next, we got the 49ers and the Commanders. This is pretty easy, pretty simple. 49ers got embarrassed by the Ravens last week. They are going to recover. They have all these all-star players and everything on their team, so they can recover. Trust and believe. Commanders, don't expect much from them at all. I'm not picking them at all. We got the 49ers for the last pick for the week. So these are going to be my picks for week 17. A lot of these picks are going to be based off of who's at home and who's playing at home, honestly, because a lot of these are involved when it comes to playoff and seedings and who's in the hunt and who's not. So it's going to be a lot of crucial games this week, but these are going to be my picks for week 17. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think of these picks. Let me know your picks as well. And if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys hit the like button, make sure you guys subscribe, make sure you guys continue to show love, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.